Welcome everybody to the virtual red carpet for Camp Arrowhead. Our first guest on the red carpet is Chloe Lukasiak. Hi, Chloe. How are you?
Hello, I'm well. How are you? Thanks.
Good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
We are too. We're going to go ahead and kick off the evening with the trailer so everybody can get a glimpse of our movie.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Well, it's another summer at Camp Arrowhead. Are you all having a good time?
Thank you, servant.
Did you hear what she just called me?
We want you to join the archery team.
Why do you want us to join the archery team?
The straight arrows are so desperate. They brought in the hired help.
So put your worries behind. Nothing's in our way.
What are you doing?
Cold and ray of sunshine.
What happened?
She cheated.
Straight arrows have been disqualified.
I'm not a bad person.
Keep saying that. You're unbelievable.
Thank you.
Seriously?
I know I'll see you on the other side, where heaven and earth collide. I can hear the arrows singing, see you on the other side.
Well, Chloe, we just wanted to ask you a few questions so our audience could get to know you a little better. I know you've got tons of fans who know a lot of things about you, but we just wanted to keep it fair, let everybody in on who is Chloe Lukasiak today. Of course, we all know that you've gained fame as a dancer, but now it seems like you're doing so many other things. You're a student. Can you talk about where you see yourself going in the coming years and what's going on for you currently?
Yes. So in the coming years, I guess I hope to continue acting and writing novels and finishing college and traveling. And well, there's a lot of plans. Excuse me. But currently I am just working in college as a lot of life is shut down right now. So I've been acting and writing a lot, but college classes just started 3 weeks ago. So that's been interesting, starting classes on Zoom. It's been a little, I don't want to say unfortunate because I'm still getting an education, but it's not the same as it would be on campus. So, but we're making it all work. Everyone's sacrificing something at this time.
Absolutely, and I think that's great that you're using this time to continue to write. Congratulations on your first book. What is the name of your first book?
Thank you. It's Girl on Point, Chloe's Guide to Taking on the World. So that's more about my life. Everything I'm writing after, or maybe not all, but most will be fiction. And so.
Okay, that's very interesting. So as far as Camp Arrowhead, what drew you to this particular character when Tim and I approached you with this role?
I'm about to sneeze. Wait, it's not coming. Allergy season's just messing me up. But I really just love the character. I love kind of the character development. I love how she starts out at such like she's kind of really mean, and then she has her own little journey within the story, the bigger story, the bigger plot of the movie. And it's I just really enjoyed that part of it, and I enjoyed playing a mean girl because usually I'm drawn to the nicer characters, or people kind of just peg me as a nice person, so they don't realize that there's more there. So I was really excited to let that kind of out and shine in this role. Not saying that I'm a mean girl in real life. That's not what I'm saying. But there's the layers, and it was fun to play something kind of opposite of me.
Yeah, and we'll get to explore a little bit more of that in a little bit. We'll be showing some clips, and we'll bring your mom from the movie on to discuss that further. You got to become an archery expert somewhat when you did this. Have you ever done any archery before, Phil?
No, I have not. It was my first time, and I really enjoyed it. I found it very fun.
Well, why don't we go ahead and play a clip from the movie with Chloe.
Hey. Hey.
We want you to join the archery team.
I don't think we can join the archery team.
You can. We cleared it with Mrs. Barnes.
Why do you want us to join the archery team?
Because we suck. And 2 girls just quit. Or were scared off.
Look, I know I haven't been that nice to you.
You think?
I'm sorry, okay? Now will you join?
Okay. April and I will join the team. But first, you have to do something for us.
What?
Get to work, girls.
You're kidding.
Nope. Lunch is soon. Chop, chop. Let's go.
Any comments on that particular scene?
Sorry, I'm so afraid to interrupt people on Zoom. I never know who's going to talk next. Yeah, that was really fun. All of the, I don't know, I just had so much fun being so snarky. It was interesting. I felt like my mom.
Well, the character came across really, really, really well. Before we have your mom on the movie join us, just wanted to say it's so amazing that you're still so young, but you're already a veteran in the entertainment world. How old were you when Dance Mom started?
I was 9 when the show started. I believe I was 8 when I auditioned. So even though I don't feel like I didn't feel like I was in the industry for so long because I was still in Pittsburgh when we started filming, and it just still felt like I almost entered the industry. And I'm like, oh my God, I guess I'm like old in this industry. I've been here so long.
You have. It's been a lifetime career for you. And do you have any advice for young dancers and actresses wanting to make it in this business?
Oh gosh, I feel like I picked up so much amazing advice along the way. But the main things I've really held on to are never give up. Like if it's what you truly want to do, if it's like fills your soul up and gives you so much satisfaction, then I say chase it no matter what, because eventually you will succeed. It's just a matter of when, not if. So you just have to be really dedicated to it. You have to put in the time and the effort, and also believe. And it's like a mixture of luck and hard work that will get you there. So just keep persevering. You will succeed, and don't let other people knock you off your course, because they will try to. Trust me, they will try very hard to, and sometimes you won't understand why. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, and you just have to. It doesn't matter what they think. It just if this is really what you want, then nothing should be able to sway you.
And Chloe, I have a question. I was seeing how many fans you have around the world. How important are all your fans to you? You must get so much feedback from them, and they must be literally in every country in the world, I would think.
It means really the whole world to me. I feel like everyone says that, so sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm just repeating everyone else, but it really does mean the world to me. Everyone's support, I appreciate it so much. And a lot of people, or maybe they do realize, but I feel like some people don't realize how important my supporters are to me, and just how much I value them and appreciate them. And so thank you to everyone who supports me.
And Starla, can I ask another question?
Okay, one more.
But Chloe, you alluded to just the times we're going through. How has the pandemic changed your routine and what you're planning on doing and going to college? And what advice do you have for people? Because we're all going through the same thing.
This time has really, really made me realize what is important to me and what's not. It's made me like kind of reconsider my priorities, and it's just, it made me like cut out all the unnecessary things. Like I just realized how some of the things I was doing in my life or aiming for even were just like kind of because of the influence of society. Like I felt like I had to do certain things, and I've cut a lot of that out. I think I've changed a lot in that I appreciate nature so much more. I appreciate being still so much more. I've like really narrowed down my goals, And now it's like I only work towards that. I don't let like the noise of the world and society influence that. And as inconvenient this time has been, but also terrifying and so heartbreaking, but you know, for like the day to day, like how it's changed our everyday lives and how I feel like we all kind of complain about that sometimes. I really just appreciated it and just appreciated all the time I have now. And yeah, I try to see the good in everything. So very positive.
Well, we're certainly all spending more time with our families. How important has your family been throughout your whole career and especially now?
Oh, they are so important to me, and they all believe in me so much. And it's I don't take it for granted, but I sometimes I don't realize how important that is to have your family behind you and supporting you and constantly cheering you on. And I mean, my family and I have always been close. We've always been pretty tight knit. But I think after I moved out of my parents' home last September and moved out, it was like kind of weird. My family and I kind of went through a rough time, and then quarantine really, really brought us very close together. And I think we're closer now than we've ever been before. And I mean, they're just amazing. Even today, I was not having the best day, and like I called them, and they made me feel so much better in like 5 seconds. And so I just really appreciate them.
Well, I really appreciate the great job you did in Camp Arrowhead. And as the director, it was really an honor to direct you and work with you. So thank you.
Thank you, Tim. It was an honor to work with you.
All right, Starla, those are my questions.
And for those of you who are just tuning in, I should go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Starla Christian, one of the producers on Camp Arrowhead, and Tim Armstrong, who was just talking with Chloe, is our writer and director. And also, for those who may not know, Chloe Lucasiak is one of our stars of the film. We're going to go ahead and add on Jen Gotson, who plays Emily Dupree, Devin Dupree's mother in the movie, and watch some of the clips between you guys. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Chloe, Starla, and Tim, and Bishop, and Marcos. It's so cool to be here.
So good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
You're like a little thumbnail, like the size of my thumb.
I am? Well, that's all you get. I don't know how to change that, but you can hear me, right?
I hear you beautifully, girlfriend.
I wanted to go ahead and jump right into a couple questions for Ms. Jen. Jen, you've been in a lot of different movies, playing lots of different characters, emotional characters, fun characters, funny characters, lovable characters, and in our film, maybe a not so nice character. So what was it like to play this sort of villainess character?
The Cruella de Vil character that you lovingly cast me in. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, I said, Starla, this role. And she goes, hey, Jen, if the shoe fits, wear it. And I was like, because I am definitely, this role was probably one of the most challenging roles that I've ever embarked upon in my acting career. And I was so grateful, Timothy, to work with you under your direction and your insight and your wonderful writing and being able to bring this to screen. And Chloe, you were the most lovable, fabulous daughter that I hated beating up on. And Bishop, oh my gosh, you were the sweetest, loving man. And I had to shoot you all those nasty looks. Which Bishop said he didn't notice until watching the movie later. And he's like, oh my goodness. So it was awesome. And I was so grateful to be a part of this movie, Camp Arrowhead.
Thank you for being a part of it. I'm so glad that you were available and ready and willing to take on this lovely character.
My mom watched it, and I knew she was going to say this. She would be like, this is not my daughter. I didn't raise her this way. And as soon as she watched it, her and my dad wrote how much they loved the movie. They thought the movie was so much fun. And then she's like, Jennifer, I did not raise you this way. And I was like, that's my friend Starla. She all thought I would work that role.
Well, I thought you did a great job, and I thought you and Chloe were such an awesome pair, to be honest. I think this worked out beautifully. Russ, why don't we go ahead and watch one of those scenes?
No.
Do you?
Who is that?
My mother.
Oh.
Hello, darling.
Mother.
How are you? I brought you a new arm guard.
I thought we agreed you weren't coming until the final competition.
No, I didn't agree to any of that. How could I? Honey, I'm your biggest fan. Who's this?
Mom, this is our coach Percy.
Your coach?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember seeing you ever on the circuit. Where have you coached before?
I don't think I've ever coached before.
Yeah, no. See, my daughter, she's been training her entire life. And if she doesn't win this summer, I will be holding you personally responsible. Do you understand? Percy it is.
Yes.
I'll be Googling you first chance I get. Girls, get back to practice. And honey, make sure you get a good night's sleep. I don't want to be disappointed.
Well, that explains a lot.
Shut up.
She's not that bad.
She is. I'm sorry, Percy.
That's okay. But what is Googling?
What is Google it? Oh my goodness. What a fun character Bishop played. Oh, it's good. It's so fun to see everyone, all the actors come together. Everyone did such a wonderful job. It's beautiful.
So Jen, can you talk a little bit about that scene? That's your first scene in the movie, and let us know how was that for you during the actual filming of that? Because I saw you right before, and you thanked me yet again for giving you this character, or being a part of giving you this character. So how was it when you actually stepped on the set? Because it seemed like you slid right into it. How was the preparation for that?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. You know, I think what it is when you're working with such a professional team of cast and crew, it allows your imagination to enter into that world of that character. And as this was a very difficult role for me to play, just getting into the impulse of what the inner thought life would be of someone who's just so arrogant, egocentric, and competitive, and determined for her daughter to be the best that she could possibly be. For me, I normally pray and I say, God, guide me. And I remember stepping into that scene, feeling nervous, wanting to do so good for all of you. And then starting to feel the rhythm, starting to feel the moments. And it's really beautiful to be able to see how everything came together editorially to be able to tell this story. But you have to have the antagonist, otherwise you have no conflict.
And Chloe, how was that scene for you, acting opposite of Jen, who's a 10-year veteran, or maybe you started kind of when you were young too, right, Jen?
You know,
as an actress?
I started when I was 15. I'm now 40. And so, but Tim, I think you're right on. It's been about a good 10 years that I've been working regularly and in the professional market.
So Chloe, how was that scene for you and all your scenes with Jen? What was it like acting opposite of her?
It was so fun. Jen gave me so much to like play off of, and that's what I really love about acting in general, but when you're auditioning, it's a little bit different, because when you're in an actual scene with another actor who's like giving the scene everything they got, it's so fun to just be in the moment and really engaged. And I like she said, I really found my rhythm once we got going, and it was just the whole experience was really fun because I found that in almost all my scenes, once we got into it and once we did the first take, that it was just like so natural and it just was flowing, and it was so interesting.
It was. Chloe, I remember feeling so bad grabbing your hand, grabbing your wrist, and being like, I'm so sorry. I have to yank you. Am I hurting you? And then we're like, okay, we're going in for a take. And then I'm like, put my diva on, grab your arm, and rip you across the set.
No worries. I always don't mind when we have to do something for a scene because it's, we got to do what we got to do for the character and for the movie and for the scene. And usually I'm so into it that it just feels like it's supposed to happen. I'm not like, ow, Jen's grabbing me really hard. It's more just like, this is.
And Chloe, you did such a beautiful job in your role. It was so wonderful watching the movie and just cheering you on. You not only glow, but you're such a talented actress, and you're just such a beautiful, sweet soul. It was exciting. I was so excited to see you and Tori play off of each other throughout the film.
Thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate that. Same to you. Actor.
And this question is kind of for both of you guys, because both of you ladies, because it happened for both of you. There was redemption for your character, and how did each of you make that shift? I know, Chloe, for you, it was kind of gradual throughout. You kind of had your posse around you. Jen's was a little later, but how did that work for you guys? How did you make that shift?
Chloe, would you like to go first?
Oh, yes. Thank you. It, like you said, it was a little bit more gradual. So it was just finding the small moments in that, like, I hadn't completely let go of that, like, core of negativity, I guess you could say. I don't want to keep calling her a mean person, but negativity. But then also finding those moments of, like, shifting a little bit. So that was a little bit challenging, but like I said, I really enjoyed that character development. So I was just having fun finding those moments.
For me, and I'm so grateful, Tim, that you wrote redemption in for Emily, for the character I played. Very rarely do you see antagonists actually have that type of experience. And I loved the moment how you wrote it with Bishop, or with Piercy. And so we're not going to give any spoilers. You'll have to watch the movie, everyone who's seeing this, on how my character gets an attitude adjustment. But she really does have a moment where she recognizes there's something bigger, there's something better out there, and that she looks at in essence of the gift of an angel. The gift of an angel that Piercy, played by Bishop, comes down and is able to make a life transformation. And I think that's how we are in each other's lives. It depicts reality is that we have the ability to intentionally go out of our way and love people. And that love starts to create that transformation inside our heart. But it starts with us to be able to love. And my character struggled with that acceptance of love. That's why she probably has so much bitterness and walls up. And finally, Bishop, who plays a very novel character, you have to watch the movie to understand what his role is, really brings that revelation. And it's a really cool scene. I love it.
Starla, we should probably have Bishop Donnie Williams say something, because he's up there in the corner, and people should probably meet him.
We can. We haven't unmuted him. He comes on right when we say goodbye to Chloe, but you want to bring him in right now?
Well, just to say hi.
Okay. I can, Russ can do that.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi.
Okay. First of all, I want to say, I have to tell this little bit, just this little bit. When she first came, my son saw her, and my son said, "Dad, that's a beautiful lady." And then I found out she's a Christian too. Oh man, we were having a great time. And the first scene we did, I thought she was mad at me. I wanted to tell her Black Lives Matter, you know. She treated me as though she was mad. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, is this the same beautiful Christian lady? Oh, what? You did a great job. But anyway, hi, everybody. I just had to tell that little story.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us on our virtual red carpet for Camp Arrowhead.
Yes.
Before we let you go, I have a couple more questions for you. How do you think that your fans will react to the movie? Or how have they, if you've already been getting some feedback?
You referring to me?
This is for Chloe.
Oh,
I hope they like it. I mean, I really love it. I hope everyone who watches it enjoys it. And it's a really feel-good movie, so I hope everyone walks away feeling better about their day. Maybe if they're having a bad day, it'll cheer them up, teach them some important lessons. But so far, everyone that has watched it has really enjoyed it. I've only heard good things, so I'm really happy and excited about the feedback.
Awesome. We have one question.
We're very lucky that Chloe was in the movie. She was the first person we cast, and so we kind of anchored everything around Chloe. And we're just really glad that it all worked out, and it was a pleasure. And Chloe was in my movie before this one called A Cowgirl's Story, and she did an incredible job in that movie. Really, really good. And I think a lot of people who saw A Cowgirl's Story will hopefully see Camp Arrowhead. But Chloe is really, really great to have you in both.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's very kind. You were wonderful to work with in both films. And
I didn't yell at you ever?
No, never. It was such a great set to be on, and it was really.
Did I yell at you ever? Did I yell at you ever?
There was no yelling on set ever. It was really wonderful, positive space to work in, which is just, I mean, all that you could hope for.
I have to say, on the producer side, and I'm also a production designer, worked on over 50 features. This was, for me, the most peaceful set that I've actually ever been on, hands down. And I tell the story over and over again that it was perfect. And that's not something that you can say very often. So I'm so glad that that resonated with other people as well, because it definitely did for me.
And Starla was not just your run-of-the-mill producer. When we wrapped at 12 midnight, she was cooking chili for everyone and feeding everyone and taking care of anyone. So she was pretty awesome.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. And Jen helped me cut up some of those vegetables at those late midnight. I tell you what, there's no restaurants open or catering companies that want to come up to the mountains to a camp to cook at 11 p.m. at night. So we made it work. Chloe, you did not have to be there that late, so you didn't get to experience my cooking, but I'll cook for you some other day.
That was my last time being on set as a minor, if I am correct. So now I have the unfortunate experience of being available all the time. Actually, I shouldn't say unfortunate, because I freaking love acting and it's all I want to do 24/7. But, I wasn't involved in those days that just felt like they took forever. So that was my last time. That was my last experience. And from now on, I'll be there until midnight too.
And in many ways, having Chloe as a minor on the set was good for the whole production, because we were very incentivized and motivated to get done on time. And sometimes it was like, oh, okay, we got 2 more minutes with Chloe. Okay, 1 more take and action and cut. Okay, bye, Chloe.
Yep.
It does add some tension, and you're like, wow, this is my last take because of my age. There's no other good reason other than the fact that I'm 17 and this is my one shot to get it right. So it adds some, it's like a game.
Right.
Well, I remember learning the terminology pumpkin. I never heard that before. And like, Chloe's going to be a pumpkin now, as you got transitioned off to be able to study or to head home. And so now I take that with me all the time. Anytime it's getting late, turning to pumpkin.
You will no longer have to become a pumpkin. So welcome to our world. I do have one question from Anna, who is tuning in. She would like to know, do you have anything coming up that involves acting? And you are such a great actress, she said.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, a couple of things. Can't talk about it. That's the worst when there's nothing you can announce, but it's coming.
So you have a few things in the works. That's great. Well, we will all keep a lookout for you, and just want to thank you for coming on. We will let you sign off the red carpet, and we'll bring Bishop Donnie on. And is there anything else that you would like to say before you head out?
I just wanted to say it was a wonderful cast and crew to work with. Thank you so much, everyone. And I hope you all enjoy the film. It was so fun to film, and I'll see you all soon, I guess. Stay safe and healthy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chloe.
Bye, daughter.
Bye.
And you're welcome to hang out, Chloe, but we figure we're going to start like giving more attention to other actors now, and that's no fun.
It's what I would love to stay and support, but homework calls my name.
Okay. Good luck on your studies.
Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.